How
Right.
much was your GRE score?
I had a 315.
And how much did it convert to in GMAT?
I think it converted to a 630 or a 640. Well, I'm
And
not
you
very sure,
managed,
but the
and
range
you
would be
managed
around 6. Yeah.
8 admits. You managed. You have
So,
8 admits. Do this and show me your biceps.
I should say, let me know as well. I can slide it in. But mostly,
I tell you what.
yeah.
So first of all, I am super. Tell me one thing. How proud are you of yourself right now?
I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 11. No, I
And
think.
how many admits do you have, Shreya?
So I'll just tell you the whole thing, right? When I spoke to you, I wanted to apply to 3 schools, and I really thought I'll only be able to finish 3 schools. But there was a paranoid Shreya which said, no, you should apply to 10 schools. So I applied to 10 schools. I got through 8 of them.
Awesome.
So and all of them were with scholarships. So that was another feather in my hat.
How many schools did you get with scholarships, Shreya?
All of them, all 8 of them.
So you have scholarships from 8 programs.
Yes.
You are a rock star.
Yeah, I just think that if I'd started a little bit earlier, like, we had that discussion, maybe I would be hitting like even higher schools. But I think what I did was I strategically placed all the schools so that, I knew the ones that would give me a scholarship for sure. Then the ones that, were my, the ambitious schools. And then I was like, okay, maybe even if I don't get a scholarship, I would want to go here, So I placed all my schools in that sort of spread. And luckily all 8 of them gave it to me.
So you have 8 admits.
Yes.
And that too with scholarships. What is the total amount of scholarship, Shreya?
A rough estimate would be 170K USD.
Very proud. Very, very proud.
Thank you. So I think the number one thing was I got in touch with you really early, but I was struggling with my exam scores. I wasn't very, confident of the scores that I was getting on my mocks, etc. So I think that was the first thing, to reach out to you itself, gave me that confidence that, I need to work on the score, and the rest of the things will be taken care of when I get to you. So that gave me some sort of peace. And when I got into the process, I think the first email that you sent out talked about this entire comprehensive set of things that needed to be done. And I think that was very well organized, because through the process, I realized that there are basically 3 things that you need to do in the whole admission process. Is you need to know what you want out of your MBA. So you need to have a lot of reflection. The second thing is you need to be resilient. So the process can bog you down, having to write 3 essays for each school, and then each of them asking you different things. So you need to really have the resilience. And of course, the third thing is your research. So with you, I was able to do the reflection, the research, and obviously be resilient, because you were constantly there supporting me, correcting me, guiding me. And some of the things at that time, I felt like, oh my God, am I really that stupid? I'm not able to figure these things out. But I think, over the course of time, I realized that it was just, everything was so overwhelming that it happens, and it's okay. You're all human, and it's okay to get scolded. But at the end of the day, if it means I'm getting 8 admits, and out of 10 of the schools that I apply to, it's all worth it. I think it's very important to have a guide like you who stretches your goals out for you. This is not okay, this is not okay, this is not okay, has to keep happening till the day I submit my application. I think that is something that I learned out of the process.
I can't tell you how proud I am of you right now. Like, it's Wednesday afternoon, lockdown during the COVID. Maybe not one of the best moments in the world, but just listening to all this makes our day as well. And you are a rock star.
I really wanted to reach out earlier, but I just wanted to be sure of all my options before I sort of reached out to you, so that I could give you concrete answers as well. So
I think in the last 2 years, in the last 2 years, maybe 3 years, I have not had anyone with 8 admits.
Did you
8 admits.
Did you
Okay.
even think about it? When I came to you when I sent you my first sloppy goals essay, did you even imagine that somebody like her can get into 8 schools and 3 of them in Canada and like 7 of and like 5 of them in the US? So yeah.
See, I tell
So
you what, I can I tell you some amazing thing about
sure.
why did you get those 8 admits? I think you were somebody who was very, very open to feedback. So I also get experiences where I'm working with people. There are times when some applicants do get a feeling that, oh my God, it's another round of work now. I thought
Yeah.
I had submitted the final versions to whatever I had. And after a certain period of time, I also realized that if I'm getting lot of resistance from people, then there
Yeah.
are limits to which we can push. But you were
Sure.
somebody who was like, all right, you know what? You'll always come back with a very, very strong sense of, one, you had a lot of excitement during every part of all the iteration that went through. Second, I think you always incorporated every bit of the feedback, Shreya.
Yeah, I think that worked because when I remember I wrote my first essay, it seemed like no school was going to take me. Forget about top tier or the second tier. Like even the third and the fourth wouldn't look at my essay. So my thought process changed completely, and I started looking at it from your eyes. Let me put it that way. Like how you would look and scrutinize my essay, I would sit and do that. I would give it one full day. I would sit and scrutinize the essay the way you would, and I could probably hear your voice in my head saying but is this adding any value to the essay? Is this adding any value to your profile? So I would do that process internally as well. I think number one, we've been in a system where the application process, as such, the Indian education application process, so to say, is very simple. You fill in a form, and there's not a lot of, like I said, reflection in what you're filling and what you're telling the school about yourself. That reflects right from the resume to the essay to to the letter of recommendations that come in from the recommenders. All those things, I think with you, when I worked with you, I realized that there's a different approach when you talk to international schools. The other thing that you encouraged me to do was, go reach out to the adcoms and the alums. You said, you need to start reaching out to them, have your elevator pitch ready. I think that really worked. And that's something that I don't know if we Indians, I should say, we Indians are a little scared of doing, of reaching out and, forming the first impression. But that really helped me build a rapport with the schools and also understand their expectations. So I wasn't basically talking about their brochure or their website, like you say, they don't need to know, they already know that. But I started sort of marrying the things that I could offer to the school and what the school wanted. So I think that was something that I really, I think that's a challenge that we all face. We don't understand this aspect of the application. And I think that really came through with the process that we followed.
How much was your? I tell you what, there is one thing which is very, very important, which has opened up for me as well. See, I also learn a lot of things from people. And I really learn a lot of things from the applicants. Given your existing GRE score, I was not expecting significant scholarships, Shreya.
Yeah.
And based on what you have accomplished, I think I'm going to change the paradigm and the way I look at a lot of future applicants with lower
Right.
GMAT and GRE scores as well.
Right.
How much was your GRE score?
I had a 315.
And how much did it convert to in GMAT?
I think it converted to a 630 or a 640. Well, I'm not very sure, but the range would be around 6. Yeah.
8 admits you managed with scholarships. So I think I'm going to change the basic calibration of how we look at GMAT scores and admits. And I think that's very, I want one thing from you. You have 8 admits. Do this and show me your biceps. Good job. Very, very proud of you. Very, very proud of you, Shreya. And best of luck to wherever you're headed in life. Awesome to know you. Awesome serving you. Awesome working with you.
It was great, Jatin. I think it was a great decision to reach out to you, to be pushed, to be taught, to have your guidance. I think in this process, you can get lost, you can make mistakes, and to get it right the first time is not an easy task. I mean, I know people who've been doing it over and over again. You know, you read about these people getting dinged from like the top schools and whatnot, and it disheartens you. So I think you've been a constant pillar of strength. Of course, it's a lifelong association. So I'm going to obviously reach out to you wherever I am, whenever
100%.
Something. And I hope to see you sometime. We've never really met in person, so I hope that also works out sometime.
100%. Thank you so much.